Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Some news from the Balkans and from Serbia slash Kosovo, and the things are not going well over there. It depends from what angle you're looking at, because for some people the things are going the direction they wanted the things to go, and for some the things are going not the direction they wanted to go. But I think both sides want that to happen, because that would in the end clarify the positions. So right now the Serbs are like waiting, and Kosovo also is waiting. They're like, we are still like this a little bit here and there, so how about we just go like this? Because right now they're not like that, they're like this, and too much diversity, I guess. On both sides. So this article comes from Reuters, August 10, 2022. Kosovo Prime Minister says tensions with Serbs in north could escalate, warns of possible new conflict. You think? It's very obvious, my man. Kosovo is prepared to stand against a possible attack by Serbia, as worsening strife with minority Serbs could result in a new armed conflict. Prime Minister Albin Kurti told Reuters in an interview on Wednesday. Tensions between Serbia and Kosovo flared again earlier this month when Pristina said it would oblige Serbs living in the north who are backed by Belgrade and do not recognize Kosovo institutions to start using license plates issued in Pristina. The situation calmed after Kurti, under US and European Union pressure, agreed to postpone. He did not, it was not under the pressure. It was bluntly, sit down. That's how it was. Sit down, stand down. Agreed to postpone the car number plates rule until September 1st, and NATO peacekeepers supervised the removal of roadblocks set up by Serbs. So that would tell you that is people are gathering their weapons now, and they make plans that they already, I think, made for years yet already, but I think they're just getting ready, both sides, for the final. And I'm quoting, "We should not exclude that these aggressive policies of Belgrade could also turn into an assault against Kosovo in one way or the other," end quote. Kurti told Reuters, speaking in English. Oh my man. And I'm quoting again, "We are vigilant, but not afraid." Yeah, freedom requires continuous vigilance, right? Rights, protecting your rights. Yeah, right, we are vigilant, but not afraid. He added, and I'm quoting, "I'm not saying they are going to attack us this week or next, but it would be totally irresponsible to exclude the possibility of rising tensions and new conflicts." End quote. You are totally right, Kurti, you are right. The tiny landlocked Balkan country gained independence from Serbia in 2008, almost a decade after a guerrilla uprising against repressive Belgrade rule. And then the defensive alliance called NATO bombed a free country, right? Like Ukraine, and then the Kosovarians, or the Albanians, however you want to call them, how it fits your narrative, they voted in a referendum, and everybody, more than 100 states, I already know that because I read it 3,000 times already, they recognized it, and the referendum was the will of the people, the right of self-determination based on ethnic boundaries, and diversity is not a strong point over there, but the United States is okay with that over there, but here not okay. And now that Russians in Ukraine want to do kind of the same thing as these guys did, that's not backed by NATO. NATO doesn't bomb Ukraine, as far as I can tell. So, and then Crimea, when those guys used the referendum to decide where to go, left or right, and express their free will as free people, the right of self-determination, well, they were snatched by Russia. They were not recognized. No, 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 no. So you see how things go. Ethnic Serbs account for 5% of Kosovo's 1.8 million population, which is 90% ethnic Albanian. Okay, well, we can look at Ukraine, and I think the Russians are more than 5%, so I don't think this argument works in your favor, the weasel, because I'm getting this little piece of information. I'm going to twist it, I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to bring it as a different wrapping, which is going to be Donetsk, Luhansk, and Crimea. So they want to say it's only 5%. Well, I'm pretty sure the Russians are more than 5% in Ukraine. So some 50,000 of them live in North Kosovo, near the border with Serbia. The remaining 40,000 live south of the river Ibar and are using Kosovo government-issued license plates. So they were beaten into submission. That's my translation. Serbia denies whipping up tensions and conflict in Kosovo, accusing Pristina of trampling on the rights of minority Serbs. Yeah, but then you got the United Nations and all these guys that like the rights of minorities, right? But over there, no, over there, no, because they are the wrong ones, wrong ethnicity. Kurti criticizes Russia's role. Yeah, Russia, you didn't criticize Russia's role when NATO intervened and Yeltsin did not do squat. He took a dump with his vodka next to him. That's what happened. Then, if then would have been Vladimir, then you, Kurti, you would not have a country. You would be part of Serbia. And probably you would be, if I look at it that way, probably in Albania right now. So, opposition parties in Pristina have accused Kurti of scaring investors by openly speaking of possible new conflict with Belgrade. Do you think they're retards? They know exactly what's happening. Kurti rejects the accusations. He accused Russia, which is Serbia's main ally, and has vetoed Kosovo's bid for United Nations membership over role in stirring up. So what? So Russia vetoed Kosovo's bid for United Nations membership. So it's not a member of the United Nations, so it's a country in limbo. Overall in stirring up fresh ethnic tensions in the former southern province of Serbia. Well, how about it happens to you what it happens to Serbia? Would that work? Some territory, and I know that's not what the Serbs want, but I'm just saying, the Serbs want what is theirs, Kosovo. Despotic Russian President Vladimir Putin is a man of war, and he would have interest in spreading war because he wants to normalize war. Did you hear that logic? Did you hear that? He is a man of war because he is interested, he wants to normalize war, that's why. And that's a prime minister, or he's a foreign minister? Prime minister, right? He's a prime minister of Kosovo, and that's the way he thinks. And he expects us to say, okay, Kurti, okay. Kurti said, alluding to Russia's invasion of neighboring Ukraine in February, and I'm quoting again, "We have our institutions and organs," you still have the organs, "of security and defense. Kosovo is a state now. This is not year 1998, Kurti said. This is 2022, so we are much more prepared to defend our sovereignty." How about Serbia's sovereignty, Yugoslavia's sovereignty? How about that? Territorial integrity, how about that? Illegal bombing of the defensive alliance NATO. To defend our democracy, rule of law, constitution, and to defend our progress. How about diversity, inclusion, right? Here, everywhere, I know you go, diversity, inclusion, yeah, and equity. So, this is what these guys want to do. Kosovo threw off Serbian denomination in 1999 after NATO airstrike ended a brutal counterinsurgency by Serbian security forces. But Serbia legally still considers Kosovo an integral part of its territory, and with Moscow's help has blocked Kosovo from membership in various international institutions. NATO has around 3,700 troops and stationed in Kosovo to maintain its fragile peace, and last week it said it would intervene in line with its mandate if stability were jeopardized. With what mandate? Defend them? Why don't you just defend the Serbs who were bombarded by you in 1999? So that's it. It is. They try to keep us, paying attention to these guys and say, something is happening. Yeah, it's going to happen. And I gave it 1 year and a half, between 1.5 years and 2 years. In Balkans, going to be a new war. It depends what happens with Russia. If Putin is still there and alive and well and kicking, something is going to be in the Balkans in 1 year and a half. I guarantee you that. No, I don't guarantee you. I like the word, but it's not proper. I don't guarantee you. I just think it's most probable outcome of whatever is happening over there. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.